been for way too long trying to fit in. Because as a child, you were told to stand in line, sit down, do this, don't do that. And in some moments, that might have been 100% okay, but you're not a child anymore. You're an adult. And so adults can actually not get in line to think for themselves as adults really are supposed to. I know people that have had children because they were forced and told to by their parents. I met this one gentleman that was a dentist, and he finally took his plaque off the wall and took it to his parents' house and said, "It was yours, it was never mine. I never wanted to be a dentist." And that's 20 years of his life that he dedicated to a dream that was not his. And people wonder why they're not fulfilled, why they're not happy. And let's even talk about you're supposed to marry this person. You can't date that person. Oh, and no, you're not going to move away from your family. You've got to stay home or at least close to home. So the more that you cave in, the less you are who you are. And trust me, over 30 years of doing this, I was the black sheep. I am the black sheep of the family. I have developed my character. I don't follow. I don't feel like I need to follow. And if you feel like you need to follow, then let's look at that because there's no real truth in it in today's information. If you were 3, hold my hand, we're going to go across the street. You didn't even have the ability to say no to me. Now I expect you to get yourself across the street, to get yourself into a good career, into a fulfilling relationship, into fun and play and happiness, all on your own. And if you've been struggling because you're used to putting others first, to me, it's just tragedy. And thank you for being successful. And thank you for helping people. But the person that needs your help the most is you, helping you live a fulfilled life, to build your character, to be seen, to be unique. Years ago, a lady, I'd seen her a few times, just out and about. I was talking to this gentleman, and I said, oh yeah, I definitely would do that with you. Just let me know if you're all going to go out and shoot guns." And she looked at me and she's like, "I don't get you." And I looked at her and I saw that she was in such a small box that she had to move in with her parents after a divorce. Okay. And she had to be home at dinner. And Friday nights they like her to go out with them to dinner. And she's 45. But her mental game is back to maybe even a 14-year-old mentality. So could she, even at 45, look at my story and have any point of reference? No. You look at my lineage and my sister's kids and my cousins and all that. They've lived a limited experiences because they are following the footsteps of their family. And then I show up. And when they said yes, I said no. When they said blue, I said purple. And I worked on myself. And you look at my daughters and they have strong personalities. You know if they like something or if they don't like something. They're not going to be meek. And maybe that's the word. Maybe without even knowing, you've been programmed and conditioned to be somewhat meek for you and there for others. And I'm thinking, "Ouch, we need to flip that. I want to be there for others, of course, but I'm here for this person. I'm here for Diane. And sometimes I can be a hot mess, but I'm here to explore life through my eyes, not through conditionings of other people." I work with a lot of successful people and they're very smart, highly intelligent, in the business world, but they haven't stepped foot in their own personal space, and they don't know how to get outside the box. And then when they do, then they're living and not just existing. And then they have this attitude of, I'm important. And it's like you always have been. So if you want to get closer to intimacy, it is to not serve everybody else, but serve yourself first. Develop your character, your personality. Figure out what you like, what you don't like. If you want to get that motorcycle, get that motorcycle. If you want to travel, travel. I live a dangerous life, but successfully. I want a little bit more for you. We don't know when our time is up. I'll tell you one thing. For years, I've told everybody, when I'm really old and I'm in a retirement home, everybody's going to want to hear my stories. And I will never run out of another story to share. And I'm kind of hoping that if, we're in the same place, that you're going to also have stories. So it may be time for you to reach out. I'm Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. I'm an intuitive energy healer coach, advancing you and having you fall in love with life through your eyes. So thank you.